Day one of Chicago Bears training camp is officially in the books. So I'm here to recap day one for you guys and talk all about it. What is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports All back at it with another video talking, of course, some NFL here to talk about the Chicago Bears. So if you're a Bears fan, please hit that subscribe button, people. I promise you, you will not regret it. I'm going to be trying my best to cover every single day of training camp, give you guys updates from training camp, everything I hear, see, read, and more. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the bell icon, more importantly, so you're notified every time I drop a new video. And also, guys, follow me on Twitter as well. I tweet out Bears related stuff too. All right, so here we go. Day one of training camp in the books. And the first thing to talk about was the fact that it was indoor practice, not outdoor, because of air quality and because it was raining today. And so the Bears moved their practice to indoor. And that obviously is due to the reasons that I stated earlier. The other thing too, we did have full participation, which is always a great sign. The fact that you have pretty much everyone healthy and no one's really hurt or coming off a major injury. And so you love to see that. But getting into kind of the main things to see here, man, we got to start with JF. We got to start with the quarterback, QB1. He was awesome today. Like, by all accounts, Justin Fields was slinging it. He had a deep touchdown pass to DJ Moore down the right sideline. I think DJ Moore was guarded by Tyreek Stevenson, and Fields put it right only where DJ Moore could catch it, and it was touchdown. And hopefully we see a lot of that this season between QB1 and wide receiver 1, JF to DJ. And yeah, so not only that, by the way, and that was in one-on-one coverage during 11-on-11s, but just during drills. I mean, I saw clips of Justin Fields just absolutely laser throwing the ball into the net. And he just looked sharp all day. And look, this is just all setting up for breakout season. I know we're just talking about day one of camp, and I don't want to overreact, but I've been saying this all summer. Like, this is setting up for Justin Fields to officially break out in year 3 and year 2 of him being in Luke Getzey's offense. He just looks so much more comfortable out there. He's got weapons now. He's got everything you need to excel, and I think he will. So I expect nothing but excellence from my quarterback during training camp and moving on into the season. So that was one thing to point out. The other thing, too, we did have a running back split. So Khalil Herbert and Dante Foreman split first-team reps right down the middle in terms of who was RB1. And so this kind of answered the question, again, early on, we still have a lot of time left, of kind of the direction the Bears are going to go in with that RB1 spot. You know, it's going to be, hey, who's going to earn it? The dark horse, obviously, we haven't talked about Roschon Johnson. So he's a rookie, but he will emerge a little bit later in the season. But as far as the starter, it's going to be between Herbert and Foreman. My money's still on Khalil Herbert. I think he's going to get the first crack at it, but it's looking like Matt Eberflus is going to make these guys earn it. It's a 50-50 split, which I'm totally okay with. You don't have a Christian McCaffrey on this roster. You don't have a stud RB where you're like, oh yeah, that's the guy. There's no doubt about it. It's going to be RB by committee for sure, and we already see that right away with Herbert and Foreman splitting first-team reps. All right, moving on. Backup tight end Robert Tonyan looked really good today. Had some solid catches, and man, I think Tonyan is just going to add another element to this offense that we didn't have before, having a big-bodied red zone threat outside of Cole Kmet and just giving Justin Fields another security blanket. You already have, like I mentioned, Kmet, but now you're going to have another guy in Tonyan who's got one of the best hands in football at the tight end position, and I think he's going to see the field a lot. It's not going to be at the expense of Kmet. It's going to be with Kmet. But obviously, there's going to be instances where Kmet's going to be gassed. He's going to want to come off the field, and you have one of the best backup tight ends in football. So I'm really excited about that. Darnell Mooney wasn't a full participant. He's not 100%, but I think they're going to start to ramp him up again. It was just day one. Like head coach Matt Eberflus described today as a day where it was more OTA-like than actually training camp, because they're just starting to get into the groove of things and get into the groove of training camp. A lot of other teams have already started training camp for weeks now. The Bears started a little bit later. So I will, assume that it's going to ramp up more and more as we get into training camp here. So didn't really hear too much about the defense. Didn't really hear too much about anything else from kind of what I heard and read from beat reporters. But yeah, man, main takeaways, JF looked good. And I think he's going to continue looking good. And I think this offense is really going to take a step forward, and I can't wait, and I'm really excited. So yeah, I'm going to try to give you guys all of the updates that I can with regards to training camp. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below with your thoughts as always. Thanks for watching.